What's up, my gnomies? It's episode 18 of Dour Gnome Adventures with, dare I say it, a dour table of players.
Oh.
Dimitri?
Never.
Mark?
Hey.
Brian?
I'm not talking to you.
And Matt?
I yet live!
And I am your dour GM, Ryan. Dimitri, you got a recap for us?
No, I'm actually taking a nice dust nap on the stone floor of basement of Rusthenge.
It is unfortunate that we are not on video tonight because Dimitri looks like he should be in the Three Musketeers, possibly as Porthos or Athos, but not D'Artagnan.
Not D'Artagnan.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, not D'Artagnan.
Thanks. Well, then,
not Aramis either.
Since Vercog is the only one standing, why don't you do the recap?
It's true.
I guess Vercog is the only one that saw everything happen.
That's not true.
Fine.
The Harbinger of the Void also saw everything.
He also yet lives.
So, last session, Bob committed several strategic and tactical errors, and then the party opened the door and found two cultists. The result of said errors is Bob was bleeding out on a dusty stone floor, but managed to arrest his bleeding. However, nobody's actually checked on Bob for several rounds. So as far as anybody knows, Bob might have actually bled out because everybody was busy trying not to die on their own. And as of right now, well, yes. As of right now, due to a lot of hits on the cultist part and misses on ours, we, I think both Cinderspark and Tad have been critted down into unconsciousness and currently bleeding. I don't remember if either of you successfully stopped your bleeding out.
So,
No,
I'll recap all the conditions.
Yay. We have been collecting them.
all the conditions.
Just like flip the book to the conditions page and read them all. Vercog is currently standing, as is the last cultist. So as of right now,
Harbinger of the Void.
that is true. I apologize.
That one down the river.
However, I'm fairly certain that the Harbinger of the Void will have slightly more trouble feeding anybody a healing potion.
If I remember correctly, he does have dexterous appendages.
Oh,
But
really?
I have manual dexterity. The only issue is who actually has a visible...
Well, no. Remember, we have discussed this at length, who has what potions. So I will actually tell you that as of right now, Bob still has a potion, at least one, in the inventory. Actually, he has several, but the only relevant one is the Elixir of Life Minor. That would give somebody a D6 hit points, which is better than nothing, since you kind of need magical healing to get up at this point.
Yeah.
Anything I missed? Due to being on the floor or unconscious?
I think that covers it.
I miss my hit points.
Oh, well, yes.
I missed your hit points, too.
No,
you
you've
did
hit
not.
them.
You hit them.
So, a little recap of conditions. Bob is unconscious and wounded 1. Cinderspark has rust creep and is dying 1. Tad went to dying 2 on a crit and then failed the recovery check and is now at dying 3.
Oh, dear.
Good job, Tad.
Vercog has no conditions.
Vercog.
On
His
some hit
condition
points.
is that his condition is that his party's dead.
I just came to see what condition my condition is in. Quoting Kenny Rogers and the Fifth Dimension, don't you know?
And our cultist is looking a little rough around the edges.
It's a rust cultist. They're always rough around the edges.
So, I'm just going to offer you guys something up. If you choose, I will let you all decide which set of dice I use tonight. In the immediate future, or in the immediate, it only affects Vercog.
Okay,
I abstain.
you are trying to skirt responsibility. You're trying to place our death on us. Oh, you guys chose these dice. Oh, this is your fault. This is a natural 20. I can't be blamed. No, own it.
Sir, when are you running? When are you running for office, Ryan?
Use the unweighted dice.
I really like this. What's that?
Use the unweighted dice.
He doesn't own any.
I'm gonna use these dice.
Why don't you roll the dice that you roll when you're a fucking player?
The digital ones?
Oh, wow.
I don't like digital dice. I bought dice to feel them in my hands and roll them.
Uh-huh.
But I'm going to use this metal set of dice.
Well, I mean, it's your desk. You're free to destroy it however you want.
Oh, I got a nice pad on it.
No.
Excuse me.
You guys don't want to choose?
No.
When we
No.
last left off, I rolled for the cultist's second attack, since this cultist on the first attack had taken down Cinderspark. On the die, I rolled an 11. That was a total of 14.
Misses.
And then for my third action,
Yeah.
I'm going to move away behind this thing. Get a little bit of cover.
I mean, I'd like to see what happens, but I can't.
If there's a
I have no vision
table,
on the map.
No. When you go down, it actually turns off your vision.
I have no vision.
Oh.
I'm not even. I don't have that tab open because there's no reason to.
Well, no. Remember, you will still be rolling recovery checks.
there's a table in the middle of the room, and the cultist has gone around it. Go there to provide itself a little bit of cover from Vercog. And that is going to be the cultist's turn. Bob?
Oh, the game says it's your turn, Bob. What would you like to do? Well, I would like to get up, but I actually choose to nap. It's a choice. I'm not rejoining this game.
Choice.
Yes.
This reminded me. Now it's Tad's turn, but Tad, you had a rules question you wanted to pose.
We will actually approach that here after I make my roll. So it's a flat check. I need to roll a 13 or above.
Yes, sir.
I just want to say quickly that I also maintain the ability to put my hand back on the chess piece depending on how this goes. And very specifically, it is a 7 on the die. So I do not...
You're always my favorite human, Tad.
More importantly,
Yeah.
I have
so
two-
favorite, you don't even remember his name.
Go ahead, Tad.
I have 2 hero points.
Yes.
So I would like to do heroic recovery.
Okay.
So either at the start of your turn or when your dying value would otherwise increase, as in this instance, I will use all of my hero points. I lose the dying condition entirely and stabilize it at 0. And I no longer gain the wounded condition.
Correct.
So instead of dying, Tad is at 0.
Join me in our dust nap.
Must be nice.
Now, actually, he's in the hallway. There's no dust in there.
Make sure you don't have... You can reduce your dying value all the way to 0. And then when the wounded pops up, you can click that down as well.
It's fantastic.
Okay.
Was that your question?
That was going to be my question because it basically said heroic recovery or using your hero points is not explicitly an action, but I didn't know if I could do it out of turn or I needed to wait, and then I read further, always that last sentence, wherever it is, at the start of your turn or when the value would increase. So,
Okay.
good to go.
All right. Vercog.
Okay. I've been looking back and forth at these. I'm gonna move here, and we will be casting needle darts.
Where are you moving to?
I am moving, so I am across the way, 15 feet away from the cultist.
Okay.
Needle darts. Attack. 14 on the die for a 22.
A 22 is a hit.
Okay.
Dart all over those needles.
3d4. We have a 3, a 3, and a 4 for 10 damage.
For 10 damage,
10 damage.
describe your kill.
Yes! Vercog's eyes glow red, and his voice gets really, really low, and he says, "You have hurt my friends, and I am going to send you to the shadows." And then he takes 2 steps past the table and hurls, and of course nobody can see this, more stupidity, and just all 3 of them go right into his throat, and he just goes to his knees, starts bleeding out, and is face down on the floor. And the moment that happens, Vercog rushes back to the rest of the group and just starts checking on everybody.
All right, I'm going to keep us in rounds here.
Okay.
So.
Oh wait,
So you did a move action, and then that was a 2-action spell?
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought we were out of Vanish.
No, because Cinderspark is dying.
Cindy's turn.
It's your turn, Cinderspark. What would you like to do? I think I would like to not die. So I would roll the D20, correct? This is just a flat roll?
Flat roll. And plus your dying value.
This is an 11.
You just make it.
Oh!
Stabilize at 0.
Sweet!
And I think that allows us to come out of initiative.
So I'm sleeping next to Bob.
Okay. Just checking on everybody to see if everybody's alive. Let's start with that.
Since we've discussed this before, you know Bob has a potion, and you know Bob has healing. So if you bring up Bob can heal.
Hey, Dimitri.
Yeah?
I'm playing my character.
I guess Bob's the last one to come up.
Well, what about Bob?
Bob is sailing.
Mr. Gobelina, Mr. Bob Gobelina, Mr.
Yes.
Gobelina, Mr. Bob Gobelina.
So many great Bob jokes. So yes, Dimitri, that is not a bad idea. I will bring you up so we both can do medicine and help the rest of the group. So I grab your potion, I put a funnel in your mouth and pour it in.
Yes, because I was helpfully carrying a funnel.
No, I have a funnel. What are you kidding?
Oh, it's your funnel?
Yeah.
I don't know where your funnel's been.
Yeah, you do. You should be worried.
Why do you have a funnel?
Why don't you have a funnel?
Well, he does have crafting, so
No.
occasionally.
No. Why don't you have a funnel?
Because I don't have crafting. I've never had to craft a beer bong.
Okay, on that note, some medicine.
Okay, so does the D6 of healing go to Bob?
Yeah.
You're taking one of your potions, Bob, that Vercog is feeding you, so why don't you just go ahead and click one of those off and then roll for it?
Do I just click?
Watch you get a 1 like Tad does for the last 2 potions that you've taken.
Okay, so where do I click? I'm just gonna roll the D6.
Yeah.
Okay, and apply healing. And I can see again. Oh, there's a cinder spark on the floor. Now, I believe I still have focus points, don't I?
So you guys can go through and treat wounds.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay, I am going to... who are you treating wounds on?
I'm going to work on Tad because Tad can heal as well, yes?
Yes.
Well,
Okay.
did you try it? Or did you only try to stop bleeding?
I treated wounds.
Last session. Whatever. Whoever you're not working on is getting the Hymn of Healing. Cinderspark gets Hymn of Healing. I sustain it for the entire duration of 4 rounds. You end up with 8 hit points more than your current, so I guess a total of 8.
Okay, so
Yay.
from what I can tell, it says that there are DCs you could roll against.
For treat wounds?
Yeah,
Yeah, you're probably going to want to do just the DC 15.
not a problem, which I did.
Okay.
But I know that for future. Good to know. So, who looks like they are in worse shape?
So, I'm going to say if you do Tad,
Yeah, that's what I said I was doing. I am healing Tad. I got a 22, and I healed him for 9 points.
so Tad gets 9 points. Cinderspark took 8. Bob took 3. Vercog doesn't look like he's barely been touched.
I am going to cast... so this will be like 4 rounds later because I'm... Sustaining takes how many actions?
Well, real quick, Tad, what do you want to do? Now that you're brought back up.
Now that Tad is up, he wants to attempt to treat wounds as well. So we've had a couple of sessions here, though, a couple of sessions across today, and I began tracking Ryan a couple sessions ago. I believe I treated wounds on Cinderspark and myself, but I don't recall if that was within the past hour. I assume it may have been.
Yeah. It would have definitely been within the last hour.
Okay.
That would have been after the Yethhound fight. And you guys went from that, searched a few doors, came down this hallway.
Cool. So I can attempt it in 10-minute increments on Bob and Vercog.
But you could also take some time if you wanted and, post guards. Wait out an hour.
Question. So, when Vercog is trying to treat wounds on Tad, that takes 10 minutes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can use those 10 minutes to refocus and get back a focus point.
Yes.
Okay, all right. But I think it's kind of important to cast Soothe on people, and I'm people.
Are you?
Well, I'm people at 3 out of 30 hit points, so yes.
1/10 of people.
I'm definitely, I'm 1/10 of the Bob that I used to be. I'm barely a B. There we go. Now I'm at 10 out of 30, which means I am fully a B.
And I think Bob is... Tad, you could have healed Bob with treat wounds.
Yeah, so I attempted to do that. I got a 23 on the die, which would be...
What are you rolling to get a 23 on the die?
You're fucking
D30.
A 23 total, 16 on the die. But Bob, you would get 11 points of healing back with that successful treatment.
Okay, that's great. But that makes me a bow.
A buh.
No, that's a full B, a full O, and a little bit of the third.
Anyway, during these various 10-minute increments, I'm going to search the room because I have nothing better to fucking do.
Yeah, I was going to say I will probably do the same.
Cinderspark, go ahead and give me a perception check.
I'm going to detect
Why
magic
not?
just in case.
A perception is going to be a 9 because I rolled like crap. Because of course I rolled like crap. Because why would I stop the habit of a lifetime?
Of course. It's just going to roll over into this game, huh?
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
This session.
As you know, because obviously I was rolling so wonderfully last game session we had.
Okay, so if we actually take some time, I could recover more focus points and cast that, the healing thing, the...
Hymn of Healing.
Yes, thank you. That. I could cast that multiple times. Like, each time I cast it and sustain it for 4 rounds, somebody gets 8 HP. So I could do that a couple more times if we spend more time in this room.
Verkog, go ahead and give me a perception check while you're looking around.
Okay, I detected magic first.
You detect the presence of magic within the room.
Okay, cool. There is something magical here, Cindy.
Is there?
Yes.
Take your word for it.
I too rolled a 9.
You just find pieces of junk laying around.
Well, clearly the magic thing is invisible.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
And there's some tools, but it mostly looks like junk tools, hammers.
Okay, wait. Let's just pile everything into one pile.
Have you guys checked the corpses first?
No.
Are the corpses
Search in the room. Home slice, I have fucking 8 points. I'm not thinking clearly.
Here, come here. Let me take a look at you. It's not a critical failure.
Okay, so you guys take 10 minutes. I use those 10 minutes to refocus. I gain a focus pull point. I spend it on Cinderspark. Cinderspark, after sitting still for 4 rounds, gets another 8 HP.
I don't have to sit still, do I?
Actually, no, but
Verkog would have still had to wait an hour to do treat wounds on Cinderspark.
Oh, then never mind.
Asking Cinderspark to sit still, like that's...
Well, I need to maintain line of effect, so don't leave the room.
I'm not leaving the room. This is a nice place to stay. Okay, I have Mr. Stitchy out. We're cuddling this entire time. I'm just walking around the room holding Mr. Stitchy.
And Mr. Stitchy's getting bloody now because you're covered in blood.
This is not the first time.
If I'm unable to take the time to treat wounds, then yes, I will search the bodies.
All right. On the bodies, you find a dagger and their hooded cloaks.
Okay.
I feel like they should be naked. We should take their cloaks off.
I'm too busy focusing to disagree.
And I feel like we should pose their bodies in an inappropriate manner.
I'm too busy focusing to disagree.
But like I said, you guys could take an hour to rest and recover.
Okay, I'm going to roll perception in the room, all right? Some point during this hour, I'm not going to be refocusing. So
Sure.
Let's try.
Okay.
How about a 14?
With a 14, you look around the room and you find some tools that look more useful than what Cinderspark and Verkog had found.
Oh, hey guys, are these anything?
Yes, they are. Ooh, let me take a look at those.
Go ahead and give me another perception check on those tools.
Like Spaceballs when they're combing the desert.
Mm-hmm.
we ain't found shit.
No. At this point, it's actually no. What you found is shit. Put it back.
Yeah, I don't know where you got the impression that those are useful. Those are not great.
Well, can you carry them out into the hallway and close the door and check if they're magic?
Why would I do that? They're not useful.
Because you told me there's something magic in this room, and I think this is it. And I can't check myself.
Do you want me to? I will also roll a perception because I have nothing better to do. 20.
20. Were you doing that on the tools?
Yes.
Just looking around the room.
On the tools.
On the tools. So those tools you identify as Sterling Artisan Toolkit for talismans.
Yeah, these are your standard run-of-the-mill Sterling Artisan tools.
Yeah, they are worth 50 gold pieces.
Typically use these You would typically use these for talismans. They're worth about 50 gold.
Okay. So we can actually attach the talismans we found now.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Is there anything that we want to?
No, there isn't.
Okay.
When we realized that what's her name, Elsie, could do this for us in town, we went through the list of talismans and figured out that the only thing we wanted to put anywhere was the thing that Cinderspark put on the dog slicer, and that's already been used.
The potency crystal, yeah.
Yeah, and that's gone.
So you guys have some healing. Tad's mostly back up. Cinderspark, you're sitting at about, 50%?
Give or take, yeah.
Bob, you're sitting at about 3/4?
Well, if we're spending an hour here, I can refocus and do the healing a couple more times. So, who wants 8 hit points?
I would love some hit points, please.
Okay, you get 8 hit points and we wait another 10 minutes. Who wants 8 hit points?
Tad attempts to treat wounds on Cinderspark during that hour because it refreshes, but he only gets a 14, so he fails.
Perhaps somebody can assist you. Does anybody have training in medicine?
Yes.
I rolled it already, GM. Would you log
I'll take it. I'll take it. It's fine. If Verkog can get the help. Were you able to aid Verkog?
I'm doing it now. Yes. Yes,
Okay.
I can.
All right, you take 11 points of healing back, Cinderspark.
Thank you. That will put me at full Cinderspark.
All right. Does anybody else want 8 points of healing, or am I applying it to myself?
Applying it to yourself.
All right. That actually puts me at almost a full Bob.
We have almost full Bob, almost full Verkog, and almost full Tad, and a full Cinderspark.
Never go full Bob.
No, always go full Bob. What are you talking about?
Well, either you go full Bob or you go no Bob. There's no in between.
All right.
There is no between.
So the hour resets. Everybody except for Cinderspark now is able to have wounds treated. Bob, the Harbinger, and Cinderspark cannot receive battle medicine today.
Mm-hmm.
Done.
Having had wounds treated, should I still have the wounded condition? Or
No.
Okay, so me too then. And it looks like the soothe effect should go away as well, because that was cast more than a minute ago.
I should say.
So I will refocus one more time in order to have 2 out of 3 focus pull points.
And this room sucked.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So did we ever find out what was magical in here?
No.
Can I look again?
Sure.
How big is the detect magic in this edition?
30 feet.
Oh. It's just 30-foot emanation. That sucks.
So, how wide is this room? It's 30 feet.
30 feet.
Great.
Somewhere
19.
in the room there is magic.
19. Tucked under one of these workbenches, you do find something.
Yay.
It's a magic foot massage.
It looks like some kind of eyepiece to you.
Are you giving me a monocle? Are
It's
you
a
giving
loop.
me a monocle? That would be the best thing.
Excuse me, it's an artisan's loop.
Does it go over one eye? Monocle.
Yes, it's the monocle of Vecna.
It does kind of look like a monocle to you. It does look like a monocle.
Yes!
It's an artisan's loop.
Vecna's contact lens.
With that, I'll let you identify this. So this actually is a half-finished crafter's eyepiece.
Perchance, Ryan, what is a crafter's eyepiece?
This rugged metal eyepiece, etched with square patterns, is designed to be worn over a single eye. Twisting the lens reveals a faint, three-dimensional outline of an item you plan to build or repair with helpful labels on the component parts. You gain a +1 item bonus to crafting checks. When you repair an item, increase the hit points restored to 10 plus 10 per proficiency rank on a success, or 15 plus 15 per proficiency rank on a critical success.
It's a blueprint visualizer.
I'm so excited.
It has a...
Looking at this, you think that it would take you 4 days of work and 30 gold pieces worth of components to finish.
Okay, I don't know if we'll have time, but I will keep on.
I'm sorry, it gives you a holographic overlay of whatever you're building?
Yep.
Are we sure we're not playing Shadowrun?
First of all, it's Starfinder, and second of all, not yet. For the listeners at home, we have been planning to maybe also try Starfinder, but Ryan had said I can't run this many games all at once, so I have volunteered to run it, but we haven't had the opportunity to play.
This was supposed to be a milk run.
Yes, and then we found the shopping list, and it wasn't just milk. There was also bread and eggs.
And Elder Mom.
So from here, you have a door in the north, about 5 feet from the door you came in.
Mm-hmm.
Let's close the door behind us.
Can we use the tools to block the door behind us too?
Yeah, we may as well just seal off our escape.
Sure.
Okay, maybe not. Maybe not that. All right, I'll open the door back. I was doing it because of the smell.
Did we open that door again?
Yes.
Nobody closed it. This entire time that we've been resting in this room for an hour, the shit smell from the toilets has already wafted in, and we've kind of been. Well, we were napping in it.
I'm gonna close.
It's a little late. I don't think
Cinderspark goes and closes the little shitter door because.
Okay. Do they have ventilation here?
My attention.
Are there vents?
Why would you ask? You know there are no windows.
I'm not asking about windows. I'm asking about ventilation.
Do you hear yourself right now?
Can somebody listen at the door so we can move forward, please?
All right.
That worked so well last time.
Fine. It's perception, right?
Yeah.
Yep. 21.
21 to listen at the door. You don't hear anything beyond.
How about Bob's 19?
It's not as good as Cinderspark's 21.
Listen, with this GM, I don't know.
With a 19, you hear footsteps behind you.
I look behind me?
Hi!
You see Burkhard.
Listen, I couldn't hear very well because of your footsteps, but I think it's, well, Cinderspark, is it clear?
It seems clear.
Okay, do you want to do the thing where you hide around the corner and I open the door?
It seemed clear when I opened the door to come in this room.
No, we only tried this at the shitter door, and that was clear but smelled foul.
Uh-huh. Look,
Can we
foul,
open the
but
door,
smell fair.
please?
I'm going to open the door.
Thank
All
you.
right.
You open the door. A pair of wide racks stand against the eastern and southern walls in this chamber, each with 3 segments, left, right, and center. Small divots in the racks hold clusters of 10-foot-long iron rods coated with large splotches of rust. Flaked off pieces of rust litter the floor.
I can't decide if you're describing Plinko or not. Cinderspark will step inside.
What exactly is that on the floor?
What is the floor?
The floor is stone, the same flagstones you've been walking on. It is a metal grate above you.
Oh, it's above.
It's above.
Yes.
What is the ceiling then?
There is a metal
Why is
grated ceiling above you, about 10 feet.
Yeah, what?
There's a hallway to the north and a hallway to the west.
I'm not worried about the whole... What's above us?
Just described it to you.
No, we
Yeah,
look up there.
There's a grate. What's above the grate? Like, there's a whole other room.
Oh, you
Like, what's
see-
going on?
You see stone, the same stonework throughout the complex that you've seen.
Let's not go this way.
This is a silly place.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
I mean, I'm sure it's only a model.
Morbidly curious.
Did you already have those conditions, or did you just gain them because I wasn't paying attention to you?
No, I had that's the disease that I picked up, and the
because I'm like, you step over there, and all of a sudden, all I see are your conditions.
It's
like,
just the conditions.
right. I don't actually see your character anymore on the map, and I'm the one next, and I'm like, should I be taking another step? I don't know. Cinderspark is moving.
And right there, Cinderspark. Back up 1 square.
Oh dear.
Cage drops.
At least it wasn't me. I wouldn't hear the end of it.
A rusty cage drops and clangs down and then traps you.
It's not my first time in prison.
Did you shoot a man in Absalom just to watch him die?
Give me a reflex, Dave.
Yeah, I was about
Why
to
the
say.
hell not? Let's see. Reflex. 24.
24. That is a success. So on a success, you avoid the trap and you're able to jump back, but you will take 1d6 plus 3, 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
I just got those back.
As this thing hits you in the shoulder as it falls and you stumble back.
Do rogues not have an evasion equivalent to this edition, or not at our level?
If they do, I don't have it.
It's another case of, I'm assuming they should have all of these things, and Pathfinder 2 wants you to spend character options on picking them up.
Yeah, but D,
That's like having a fucking 5-foot step, but you don't have that either.
D, even if that's true, you still wouldn't have evasion at our level.
No, but in previous editions, rogues got it at 2.
One thing that they do have is trap finding as a feat, and that would give you a free perception.
Trap finding is it's a passive find this without looking for it. That's all that is.
Yeah, so I would roll. So like you coming up to it, I would have rolled for it without, and then told you whether you found it beforehand.
Right, and you would very faithfully tell me whether or not I found.
I would.
I feel like there's a certain lack of trust here.
Is that what happens when you knock down 3/4 of the party?
Yeah, it is. Yes.
Okay,
we started this session with most of the party almost dead.
But you guys are all back, and we're not even an hour in.
This is literally a we got better situation.
You got better.
Would you like 8 hit points from the focus spell? Hymn of Healing?
I guess.
Okay, I cast it.
Is the cage now in the room blocking off like the path?
It's just it's taking up this 5-foot square.
Oh, so it is not the full space. It is just a small space.
Yes.
Tiny cages.
Is the cage in the room with is the cage in the room with us right now?
It's in the room with me.
Okay, well, I'm in the room with you, and I cast the Hymn of Healing on you, and I sustained it for 4 rounds. You guys can do something for 4 rounds while we do this.
What about Tad and Verkad? What are you guys doing?
Trailing the party, and the still, it's one of those. This is so obviously a trap. This is we set the trap off anyway.
I was just waiting for somebody to say, I search for traps.
No, there's no searching. It's there. It's either gonna do the thing or it's not. I'm like, okay.
Maybe searching for the mechanism or a way, or just going around it.
Yes.
But now we know that it's only little 5-foot squares that are dropping from the ceiling.
Okay, we look up and see if there's any more cages that are suspended at the ceiling because we didn't notice this one somehow.
Obviously, we didn't.
The whole ceiling was like this metal grate, and it just dropped from that metal grate.
If the pointed questions of what the fuck is above us weren't enough, Ryan. 20.
20. A 20. You are pretty confident that there are no more traps.
Of course there are not.
I am detecting a certain lack of trust here.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Does
Just
this
the
particular trap... Well, no, but we'll start with one. Does this particular trap have a reset mechanism? Like, from this floor, can we, like, hop onto the cage and ride it up to the next floor? Did the GM just give us an elevator?
You get pushed against
It's only dropped from the ceiling.
How tall is the cage?
10 feet.
So we can climb on top of the cage and get to the room above, is what you're telling me.
No, you're too far below.
How tall is the ceiling?
The ceilings are 20 feet in here.
Okay,
so if we stood on top of the cage and then we stacked 3 goblins on top of each other,
or one tad,
you would become one goblin.
All right. How wide are the gaps in the grate in the ceiling?
So you have the grate at about 10 feet above. You have above the floor. You have the ceiling 10 feet above that.
Okay, but how wide are the gaps in the ceiling of this room, floor of the room above? Because we can see through. But is there enough to squeeze a goblin through?
Oh, to be on like the false ceiling?
False?
Is that what you're saying? There's the grate, right? There's the 10 feet where the grate, the false ceiling, and then the main ceiling is 10 feet above that.
Right.
Yes, you could stand above between the two.
No, my question is, are there gaps in the main ceiling?
No.
So that was just misrepresented on the map.
obviously.
Foiled. Foiled again by map assets.
I hate being foiled.
You could be electroplated instead.
Let's not give GM ideas.
See, I was thinking first out or inner last.
Anyway, these racks, is there anything salvageable on them?
No, it's all metal.
Okay.
Of course it is.
Is there anything magical in this room, Vercog?
Boomph.
Just the friendship we brought.
Oh.
You don't.
Oh.
There's no in here. Lots of mistrust right now.
You say there's no friendship in here. All right, obvious exits are northwest and Dennis.
Still vote for Dennis, but I'm fairly certain GM just shut me down.
Yeah, so that's how it sounded to me, too.
Yeah, Dennis is upstairs, and I can't get there from here.
I miss you, Dennis.
But it looks like if we go north, we might link up to that hallway that we haven't gone down.
What do you want, a cartographer?
Yes.
I don't think I am.
Don't ask questions you don't want the answers to.
Is that my job now?
I think Vercog was the one taking notes. So, yeah, you are... Cinderspark is...
writing things down, like what the fuck?
Exactly. You are... That's anathema to you.
It is.
I mean, you might have game mechanically made that your anathema. I don't know.
It's not goblin.
Which way do you guys go?
West. Go west, young goblin. I will listen at the door, check it for traps, check it for locks, Check it for GM bullshit.
Check it for locks. Huh.
Yes.
Perhaps some smoked salmon?
You hear like the faint sounds of groaning. But it's much quieter.
So somebody's having a bad time on a shitter.
Or a good time in the bed.
Yeah. Either way, we shouldn't disturb.
That's what I feel. So, about that door in the north. Check the door, please. Check it. Check it for all of the things. I hear nothing.
Don't hear anything. It is not locked, and it is not trapped.
Excellent. I'm going to have to open it.
You open the door in the north. There's a hallway that continues to the north. The T's at the end going east and west, and there is a hallway going west directly on the other side of this door that leads to another door at the end and two doors north and south about midway.
I have been in this hallway before.
You have.
Really? I have no memory of this place.
Down this hallway.
Yeah. I went down here before.
I'm looking at the bestiary, and under unknown creature, there is definitely a goat.
Nice.
Are we going to continue here? Or are we going to check the doors that are closer to the altar room in the east?
Keep going west.
Okay.
Can we maybe take that door to the south?
This one?
Yeah, which would seem to link us up with where the groaning was coming from.
What am I, a cartographer? I listen at the door.
You don't hear anything through that door.
I assist.
All right,
listening.
I don't hear anything at this door. We don't hear anything at this door.
It also does not seem trapped or locked.
Am I opening it?
Yes.
All right.
Dun-dun-dun.
Son of a bitch.
You open that door, and you do hear the groaning. And you see...
Oh, what the fuck? Nah.
So we should have done the stealth, I guess.
No.
Please describe for the audience what you see.
It's a Zimby frog. It's a battle toad that went wrong. This is what happens when you don't continue your game on Battletoads. Oh, it's disgusting. It's hideous. Nice loincloth. But no, the eye hanging off by the one little fucking strand is not cool.
I was amused by the turtle shell pauldron.
Yes. That's what made it Battletoads. Oh my God.
Is it just standing there groaning, or are we in initiative?
We are going to go to initiative.
Delightful.
Get him, Tad.
All right. I'm going to give you a description of this room. The door to this room has been forced open, leaving it hanging uselessly open on damaged hinges. The chamber beyond has a dozen large, cracked open geodes leaning against the walls. Each one features hundreds of tiny, pale green crystals, some of which have been broken off and scattered across the floor. Two cages built into the south wall of the room have similar large geodes, and the bars have been bent apart a few feet from the ground.
Uh-huh. I don't like that it's going first, Ryan.
You don't like that it's going first?
No, it's not. You go for it.
Nope. The game just told me I was going next.
Yes, you are. Let's see here.
I like how what most likely is a zombie has beaten most of the party on initiative.
Mm-hmm.
Zombies are known for their speed.
They are.
That's what happened. I rolled a natural 20 on its initiative.
It's one of those rage virus zombies.
Delightful. Is this where I yell, Charger?
So, for initiative, we have Cinder Spark at 21.
Mm-hmm.
The frog-like thing at 13.
It's an ex-frog.
13. Tad at 12.
It ceased to be.
And Bob at 10.
It's pining for the pawns.
Shuffled off this mortal lily pad.
Prawns?
Yes, Franz.
With fronds like these.
It's joined the the ribbit invisible.
What the fuck is that?
This thing moves up, comes stepping from a geode in the back of the room.
What?
Moves 30 feet as an action. And then...
So what?
No.
What the rest of us in the hallway can't actually see into the room, so all we see is Cinderspark going, "What the fuck?"
Cinderspark, this is what you have a really nice view of. Go ahead and give the audience
What
a
the
description of this thing.
You want me to give you a description of this?
Yes.
This is a ghostly jellyfish tentacle dog.
Could be a cat.
Got a
No,
dog slice.
it's a dog. Yeah, no, it's. I don't like it. It's a dog.
When all you have is a dog slicer, everything is a dog.
Everything's a dog.
It's a blue-skinned quadruped with fearsome jaws, glowing eyes, a pair of thin tails, and a mane of writhing tentacles.
Yeah, it's a dog.
Strangely silent.
Pass.
And
Is it
has
done with
moved
its turn?
forward right up in Cinderspark's face, and it is going to take an attack.
Nimble dodge.
Jaws.
Yep. Nimble dodge.
Nimble dodge.
It's worked so well before.
16.
Is going to miss. Haven't you hurt me enough, Ryan?
Oh, I figured since you guys don't have any healing, now would be a good time to...
Excuse me? I have at least a healing. Maybe even 2 A's.
That is 3 actions. Cinderspark, how do you respond to this?
I'm shocked. Shocked.
For everybody at home, Cinderspark, what do you do?
Cinderspark closes the door. Furthermore, I would like to disable the door so it cannot be opened using thievery, which will take me 2 actions.
Okay.
Yet again, Cinderspark is our own Jack Burton.
The doors are our greatest ally.
That's a
14, you believe that is secure.
well, it doesn't have thumbs as many tentacles as it has. I'm done.
Well, we didn't really look at the frog zombie for thumbs.
It's a fromby.
It's
Fromby?
yeah, your battle toad can do whatever it likes, hopping behind its door now.
Yep, it marches forward up the hallway. Not that you can see it, but for cog.
Let's go somewhere else.
The ethereal jelly dog. What did it? Did it try to hit me with its tentacles?
It tried to bite you.
Oh, okay. So you saw that coming out of the door frame?
Yes.
Can I recall knowledge with what I saw?
Sure.
The usual, dude. I've...
So you have occultism you can roll.
Okay, then we shall do that.
I don't think you have a lore that would...
No, the only lore I have is goblin lore, and unless this is more bad dog thing. So occultism. Okay, so I rolled a 14. I do not know if that is a success. I do have dubious knowledge.
Okay, and dubious knowledge you get on a recall knowledge. You get one piece of good information and one piece of bad information.
Yes.
And are you able to identify what something is, or that can be?
That is a very good question. I mean, hold on. Let me read over dubious knowledge for a sec. Actually, having things I can do is crazy.
When you
fail a recall knowledge check, you learn the correct answer and an erroneous answer, but you don't have any way to differentiate which is which.
So I guess what was your question?
Well, first of all, I'd like to know what it is.
It's a ghost dog or Mickey Mouse.
Obviously, it's an ethereal jelly dog. That's what I've been saying all along.
No, it seems to be tangible because doors stop it. So
you don't know that.
Well, I mean,
the door was open the entire time. I only just closed it.
Oh, I was not aware of that.
Okay.
You do not successfully identify this.
Okay.
So you failed, but you still get knowledge, because that's what dubious knowledge does.
Yep.
So I guess the real question is, does dubious knowledge apply to creature identification? Because it sounds like it should.
I think it does.
Then how do you do the identification when you fail to identify something? You tell Vercog what it is and what it isn't, and then he has to guess?
I don't think... so in this instance, I wouldn't tell you what it is. But here's what I'm thinking. Tell me if you agree or not.
Sure.
You don't identify it, but you've come across something, like you can't really tell what it is. You've read about it or something, and you think it might have this or this.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Sure.
All right. You believe that it can give disease.
Okay.
And that it has a weakness to fire.
Fabulous. I love that. Okay, cool.
See, okay, I'm just, like, this is me. Like, I was like, oh, you remember something about silver. Either it's deathly allergic or it heals it. One of those two.
It's healed by silver, but then it gets so annoyed because of the silver allergy, it takes a penalty.
Well, maybe.
And that's the end of my turn, as far as I can tell.
Tad is going to step forward. He'll take a step in front of him. And although he knows it's occasionally redundant with what Bob offers, he doesn't have much utility currently at the back of the line, so he will cast Blass, which is a 15-foot emanation. And each of us will get +1 status bonus on attack rolls while within that emanation.
I love that.
You could walk all the way up over here.
I don't want to do that.
Oh, okay.
Everybody's playing the cautious game all of a sudden. What was that, Mark?
That is the end of his turn.
Okay.
All right.
Then Bob.
Bob is going to start his turn with a "What the fuck was that?" and attempt to recall knowledge via occultism as well, unless Zinidashral lore applies.
No, Zinidashral would not apply.
And I'm assuming Goblin lore doesn't apply, or Cinderspark would have rolled it.
No, Cinderspark was busy closing the door.
Well, my occultism roll is a 16. Do I correctly identify it?
You do not.
So yes, I do not follow up what the fuck was that with any useful knowledge. Backpedal, and then cast Courageous Anthem. And that is going to be 3 actions, isn't it? turns over.
Yeah.
So I did pick up the Warhammer that Bob dropped going unconscious, and I picked up the buckler, but I haven't raised the buckler. So, But I do have the Warhammer in hand.
Yeah, that should have gone without saying.
But that reminded you to pick up your weapon.
Mechanically, we've had an hour. I mean...
All right, you guys hear some scratching on the other side of that door.
No Esaki.
Now that thing has done its turn, do you guys continue? Or are you guys abandoning the encounter?
It hasn't opened the door?
It did not open the door.
Cool, I'm gonna open this one. Or check this one.
Okay. There are no sounds behind it. It does not appear trapped, but it does seem locked.
Okay, well, I will pick the lock. Which I believe is, what, 1 action? Or, no, it's 2. Okay.
Go ahead and give me another perception check. You can roll it.
Perception. Why not? Well, that'll be a natural 20 for a 25.
25. Perfect. You look at this lock. You think this to be of average quality, which would require 4 successful checks of a high DC.
Oh, God. Flashbacks to the iron door in the basement.
Yeah.
Okay, well, fuck this door. We're going to check the other door. Ted said keep going west. We should have listened to Ted. Don't quote me on that. I said that in Goblin.
And everybody heard that. Are we... I guess we're out of initiative.
I'm not opening the door in the south end again. Like that's a silly place. We're not going in there.
And behind this door, you hear the sounds of tools banging, and then you hear like fire whooshing, maybe like from the sounds of a bellows.
God damn it! Did they capture the blacksmith again?
It would serve him right, honestly. What was his name? Trigvi?
Yeah.
Yes.
But once again, maybe we shouldn't go this way.
You're going to go through a dungeon and try and avoid all the encounters?
Well, yes.
Sorry, Ryan. Did you? Were you not on the same page?
This is awesome.
Have you like not paid attention to this party at all? We walk into traps and avoid encounters. This is what we do.
Yeah. This seems dangerous. Let's not go there.
Like I said, maybe we should check out the door that's further east, because that might link up with something, or just room.
Which door further east? Because, okay, so there's this entire hallway up in the north, and then there's this hallway that we passed by. There was other doors in there.
I think the other doors were just the shitter.
No. There were other doors in there, weren't there?
Yeah, the shitter had 4 more doors inside.
There could be 4 other shitters, or...
Okay, all right. Listen, since you clearly want to investigate that hallway, I will not stop you. I will, however, stopper my nose.
Okay. Well, okay, we can check out the northern hallway first if you want. I already went down that hallway, and I didn't open any of the doors.
Right.
So the northern hallway here, to the far east and west, there are opposing doors. There are 2 doors that go north and 1 that goes south.
Right. Back towards the shitters.
Yes, there is a door to the south closest to the...
All right. I'm going to both listen and smell at that door.
All right, you don't hear anything.
Do I smell anything?
It doesn't smell like shit.
That's not what I asked.
But it is kind of stinky. Maybe like rot.
What do we think?
Okay. Do you want to do this with Bob opening the door and you stealthing next to it?
Yeah, sure. Why not? It went so well last time.
All right.
Do you want to roll stealth for me, Ryan?
I can.
But are you going to...
Gosh. Make me do all the hard work.
I'd like to feel bad for you, but I don't.
All right. Everybody ready?
Probably not.
No, just to be clear, we're now speaking in Goblin since the entire party speaks it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So if anybody's listening in, they just hear goblin. Goblin, goblin, goblin. Goblin. Goblin.
Just sounds like a
I
bunch
feel
of
like there's
toddlers.
more chittering involved in garlic, in goblin.
In garlic. No, we're definitely speaking in garlic.
Goblin, goblin, garlic. Chitter, chitter, goblin.
So, Italian. We are speaking Italian.
All right. I open this door and, what am I looking at?
What you are looking at.
That's how that feels.
Heaps of ruined furniture and skeletal remains cover most of the floor. A single door exits to the north. That just happens to be the door that you opened.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do the skeletal remains move?
Do they remain?
They remain.
I will take a step into the room.
Oh, bye, Bob.
Do they react?
No.
I will roll perception to see if I notice anything about the room.
Okay.
With a 17, do I notice anything besides that cursory description?
You do.
I do.
Yes. There you see the slightest movement of bones. And then we will go ahead and go into initiative.
Fuck! Can I roll stealth for initiative?
That was the entire point of this.
That's exactly the point of it.
All right. Thunderspark, what's your initiative?
26.
Tad.
22.
Bob.
Also 22.
And Verkot.
17.
All right. Cinderspark, you get to go first.
Yay! But I don't know what I'm looking at.
So what you see, well, yeah, you don't have any clue. You just see that there are, well, you
I go, oh
you
shit.
can't even see into the room from where you're at.
So you need to walk in, look at them.
When we heard the oh shit from Bob.
Well, I was doing a perception, so it was more like, oh, wait a second, what's that?
But, that's curious. Initiative. All right. Well, I will come around the corner. What am I looking at?
You just see piles of bones throughout. You can give me a seek
Is that
action to
perception?
perception, yes.
We're back to rolling like shit again. That's going to be a total of 9.
I didn't know you spoke German.
I was waiting for someone.
You do not know what Bob is looking at, or what Bob saw.
Well,
You see scattered piles of bones throughout the room.
you walked in with an action. You didn't see anything. Now you can walk out with an action.
Yeah, I mean, seeking is also an action, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I walked in with an action, I seeked with an action, and now I will walk out with an action, just like kind of shrugging at Bob, like I don't know what the problem is. So that'll be 3 actions, and Cindy's done.
Okay. Tad.
Ted wants to delay.
Okay. Tad delays.
Super glad I got to roll stealth and actually use that ability. That
Okay, but they should be on the map for me,
Yes.
so I should be able to see them, right?
You can see them. So I will make them visible for you.
Okay, thank you.
So
Now,
let's give the audience a description of what you see.
well, I mean, I don't have a pop-up.
Yeah.
So I have to rely on the map token, which looks like, oh dear.
A female. Right.
It's a centipede piloting a skeleton.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's not a deer.
A skeleton with tentacles like coming out and like
Whoa,
wrapped
whoa,
around
hold
the
up.
legs.
Does the skeleton have an extra jaw in the groin?
No, I see what happened. I can see why you'd make that mistake, Dimitri. You will notice that the skull does not have a mandible, which has somehow migrated down into the crotch area.
His jaw dropped.
It also has built-in pauldrons.
That's true, too.
Yes, it does. Fancy shoulders.
So because I don't have, like, medicine or any of that kind of crap, I'm just going to assume this is exactly what the creature looked like in life, and its jaw was just, like, the lower jaw was in the groin always.
Yeah. And massive shoulder blades because it came from World of Warcraft.
Yes.
Thunder Fury.
Okay, so
What did he say?
I doubt Zinadashral or Goblin lore are going to apply to identify this thing.
No. Religion?
That's nice. If I am not trained in religion, can I still roll it?
Yes. You can still recall knowledge untrained.
All right, so here we go. At +0, this is a 5. All right, I go,
It's a dog.
fuck. No, I would be able to identify a dog with goblin lore, so I know it's not a dog.
It's clearly not a dog.
It's a cat.
All right, so I'm going to step out of the room with action number 2, and I'm going to close the door with action number 3.
Nice.
And talking is free, so I start describing the thing. It's like a freaking centipede piloting a skeleton in there. And I'm done with my turn.
I can neither confirm nor deny. I didn't see any of that.
Tad, do you know anything about skeletons? Or centipedes? I don't know.
Can I take the description? Actually, I was standing right next to the door. I saw nothing, right?
You saw nothing.
Okay. Can I take the description and see if I know anything?
I'm going to raise the DC.
Okay. Would it be occultism?
Religion.
Fabulous. That's the one I'm bad at. A 20 total.
20 total. Yes, you do identify that. I'm going to go ahead and give it to you.
Ooh.
This is an ostovite. What is an ostovite? Right? Skittering scavenger vermin, common throughout the abyss, ostovites roam battlefields to harvest flesh and bones. After the ostovites dissolve and slurp up the flesh for sustenance, they craft the bones into elaborate shells they refer to as bone chariots. These bone chariots move under the ostovites' command and serve as an important marker of rank in ostovite nests. The tiny ostovites, bigger is better, and building large skeleton conveyances is the only way for them to increase their standing in life. Although they feel deeply inferior to creatures larger than themselves, this fear can be overwhelmed by the ostovites' visceral desire to harvest those creatures' bones to increase their own status. When confronted with a particularly massive skeleton, ostovites generally fight among themselves and end up splitting the hull. However, there are rare instances of the selfish creatures working together to puppeteer a much larger bone chariot.
But we're just tiny little goblins.
The description of them, is there something in particular you would like to know?
Vulnerabilities.
They have no weaknesses or vulnerabilities.
Fabulous. Okay. Does that count as my question?
Yep.
Fabulous. Thank you. I give Cinderspark guidance. I think you might already have that particular that particular buff with either Bless or what did you give? With Bless or the song.
Song is not up, but Bless might still be if it hasn't been. How long does Bless last?
Oh, it is a status bonus. Is Bless a status bonus as well?
Bless. Yes, it's a status bonus to attack rolls for 1 minute. So if it hasn't been a minute yet since it was cast, it would still be up.
Yeah, it's probably not been a minute.
Okay. But guidance can be applied to multiple things, can't it?
Yes.
Attack, perception, or save?
Yes, Dimitri, I can read my own thing.
Can you ping it in the chat?
I cannot. I've been trying to figure out how. Hold on. There we go.
All right. Verkog, do you have any other actions?
Okay. I do not. That is the end of my turn.
Sorry, Tattle slotted in after Verkog just to make sure that he goes this round, but he doesn't have much to do, so he just kind of raises his shield, anticipating this door might open to the north, and that's the end of it.
All right, back up to Cinderspark. You guys opening the door back up or no?
Did it open the door?
Did not.
Well, why would I?
Should we leave chalk marks on the doors that we opened and found things behind?
Yes, we should.
Well, somebody other than Cinderspark should, because Cinderspark is against putting it down. No?
What?
Well, if we leave a pictograph of what's behind the door.
It's not a word. It can just mark the door.
So what you're telling me is that ancient goblins used hieroglyphics.
No, it's just little scratches.
All right. Anybody opening the door? Or are you guys done in that room?
I can assure you that Cinderspark will not open this door until they die.
Nobody else is, right?
I mean, it seems to be our consensus that if they can't get us, we don't want to deal with them.
Like, oh, do you have thumbs? No? Sucks to suck.
We'll get back to you.
Okay.
I've read your resume, and I don't think you have what it takes to take on our party. Specifically, we're looking for thumbs.
I will check this door in front of Tad that he's guarding himself from.
I mean, I'll listen at it. I might hear myself.
I'm glad.
Cinderspark, you hear what might be chanting behind the door.
Well, we're not opening that one either. On to the next one, Ryan.
It is not locked. It does not appear trapped.
Listening at the door. Once again, I'm fairly certain I hear me, but nothing else.
Do I think
don't hear anything behind that door.
So this one seems fine. We can open this door.
You want to swap so you can stealth?
Yeah, that went so well last time.
All right, everybody ready? Everybody in position?
Verkog, if you want to...
Hold on, sorry. I was distracted. I apologize.
It's all gravy.
Okay. Bob's opening the door.
All right. You open the door, and you see like pulsing lights, and you hear gears grinding. But you look down this hallway, and it ends in a round room with this rusted metal loom in this alcove.
I'm going to whisper to Cinderspark, in Goblin, of course. Do you want to creep forward and check it out?
Sure. So Cinderspark will sneak forward.
You're like stealthing?
Yes.
You know what? Go ahead and roll here.
You want me to roll? Okay.
Yeah. I don't like taking the fun away from you.
You just want me to be responsible if I fuck up.
I mean, there is that part too.
18. Okay. And I will basically get up to the corners so I can peek around.
You see the loom connected to some kind of like tubes or something, and a device right behind it that it glows at this fluorescence. I'm going to just move you real quick, just to show you the rest of the room. But there's this 10-foot by 5-foot contraption. It's got gears and it glows in this green fluorescent light.
Nice. Eerie green glows have very famously been a good sign.
And you can see along the far wall, so can you see where I'm pinging?
Yeah, the thing looks like books.
Yep. You see books along the wall there. But right here, you can see, because it's black for you, but that is where that contraption is.
Okay.
About all you can see if you were to peek your head out.
Going to very gingerly step around the corner.
All right. So you step around the corner. Torches illuminate this 15-foot high chamber. A pair of massive columns of rusted metal loom in large alcoves to the east and south, each fitted with complex hinged armatures and drooping links of wire that connect them to one of two large metallic work tables. Gears grind slowly and glowing crystals periodically pulse from these work tables. A stone well 10 feet in diameter stands in the center of the room. Between the two strange work tables, a stone well 10 feet in diameter stands in the center of the room between the two strange work tables, capped with a stone slab engraved with a singular broad rune with 3 downward spikes. Bookshelves line the northern wall. Most of their contents have fallen to ruin, save for one faded red tome near the center of the northern wall.
Mm.
And that is going to be initiative next week.
Okay.
As you see,
Oh.
looks like
No. Stop it.
some cultists.
Thank you for listening to Dour Gnome Adventures. If you enjoyed our show, check out our website, dourgnomeproductions.com, for links to our social media and Discord community. Also, don't forget to leave us a review on your podcast app of choice and share us with your friends who might enjoy our show. New episodes drop every Monday. Dour Gnome Productions uses trademarks and/or copyrights owned by Paizo Inc., used under Paizo's community use policy. We are expressly prohibited from charging you to use or access this content. Dour Gnome Productions is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, visit paizo.com. We are playing through the Pathfinder adventure Rusthenge by Vanessa Hoskins. Music and sound effects for this podcast by Michael Ghelfi Studios, Filip Melvin, and Kevin MacLeod. Dour Gnome Adventures is the property of Dour Gnome Productions.